Hi there, I'm Jennifer from my-colorado-kitchen.com. Today we are going to be making some pomegranate guacamole. First thing we are going to do is take our avocados. We're going to use 3 small to medium avocados. Make sure that they're ripe so that they're soft to the touch. We're going to add those to our bowl. This guacamole has the nicest surprise with those pomegranate seeds in it. Your guests will not be expecting it. It adds a little bit of that sweet crunch to your guacamole. And I'll be honest, I actually really don't like avocados. I've tried. I really want to like them. They're so good for you. The benefits are amazing. But I love this guacamole. So all of these flavors together really add such a great taste to it all. And even the people who don't love avocados, I think you're gonna love this guacamole. After we've added those avocados, we're then going to take our limes and we're gonna add some lime juice. On the recipe card that's on my website, I put that you're gonna add 1.5 limes worth of lime juice. That honestly really depends on how big your limes are. So I would probably start with 1 if you feel like your limes are decently big. These ones happen to be pretty small, so I'm just going to add 1.5 limes worth of juice into my bowl. I really like to use just a hand juicer for this to get that fresh juice and to get the most juice out of those limes. I'll link this one in the description below. Once we have our lime juice in with our avocados, we just want to stir that up a little bit. You can make this as chunky or as smooth as you really want to. I would suggest that you don't start out making this super smooth in the beginning. Leave it a little bit chunky, and that way when you continue to stir it, when we add in the rest of our ingredients, it won't be too smooth. You'll still have some of that chunky. But again, up to you. I just like to use a fork for this as it helps just to mash those avocados a little bit. And like I said, I'm gonna leave mine decently chunky so that way when I stir more, it will smooth it out a little bit. The next thing we're going to add is our 4th cup of diced onion. I like to use a red onion for this. I do think it tastes the best in this specific recipe. I use a lot of sweet onions and white onions in other recipes, but for this one, I really think a red onion is the way to go. We need to finely dice that onion. The way that I like to dice onions is I take that tail piece, I cut that off, as you can see there, and then I leave that top piece, that hair connected. I peel off that first layer that no one wants to get all of that skin off. And then I'm gonna take my knife where we're going to slice all around it, just in little sections here. You can do it as wide or as thin as you would like. For more from scratch recipes, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do post 2 new recipes each week. Once we have that sliced all the way around, then we're going to lay the onion on its side, and then we're going to just take our knife and we're thinly going to cut down. And you can turn it on its side there and get the rest of it. And there you go. We have some thinly diced onion. Super simple. It helps keep it a little bit even. Easy onion hack for you. We're gonna take about 1/4 cup of that. We're gonna put that right in our guacamole. If you want, you can add more. If you love onion, please feel free to add more. I think 1/4 cup is my onion level of liking, but add what you want. The next thing we're going to do is chop up some cherry tomatoes or just some small tomatoes. Honestly, whatever tomatoes you want to use is fantastic. We're just going to chop those up. I like to do it small. If you love tomatoes, you can make them bigger. We're going to add about 1/4 cup into our guacamole mix. That is about 5 cherry tomatoes, 4 to 5 cherry tomatoes. Again, it's up to you on your liking of that. You do not want the tomatoes to be too overpowering, as the star of this guacamole is for sure the pomegranate seeds. We'll add that 1/4 cup right into our bowl. Next, we're gonna add our seasonings. So we need 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Don't skip this. The garlic powder adds so much to this guacamole. We're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. After we have all of our seasonings in, we're going to combine that. Again, I'm still just using my fork. Definitely make sure that you taste this once we get it all stirred together so you know if you want to add any more salt, pepper, lime juice. Then we're going to add our last ingredient, and that is our pomegranate seeds. You can buy them in a package just like I did here, or you can get a fresh pomegranate and get those seeds out and put those in to your guacamole, whatever is best for you. We're going to do about a 1/2 cup of those. And again, you can customize this a little bit to you. If you want a little bit more than a 1/2 cup, then feel free. Then we're going to stir those pomegranate seeds right in our guacamole. You don't need to over stir, you just wanna make sure that they're nice and incorporated. After you have it all stirred in, make sure you test it out. It's never a problem for me. So good. And there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you love this recipe, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like, hit that bell so you don't miss any recipes. Check out my website at my-colorado-kitchen.com. You'll get the full printable recipe details there. And from my kitchen to yours, happy cooking!